guys, and welcome to my pregnancy vlog week 40. Yes, I am 40 weeks. Actually, today I'm 40 weeks and 3 days, so I'm technically past due. And you know, the first thing that everyone starts talking about is, when is he going to induce you? I even had someone, we were trying to do laps around the mall since it's so cold and everything. Had someone at the store ask me when I was due, and when I said yesterday, they said, oh my goodness, when is he going to induce you? It's just amazing to me how quickly people go there without even realizing that, you know, the average gestational date is actually closer to 41 weeks than 40 weeks. It's an estimated due date. So anyway, that's been a little interesting. Actually, there hasn't been much change as far as symptoms. You know, it is a little difficult turning over in bed and stuff like that. I definitely feel like I'm huge. But overall, I'm feeling pretty good. And just waiting, trying to be patient. I feel like one of the mistakes I made with my oldest daughter that actually contributed to my C-section was being impatient and running up and down the stairs until my until my water broke. And my body was not to the point of, there's all sorts of things that come into play with that, with the lung maturity and the hormones and the signals that your body sends out that it's time. And part of that is the pre-labor and the baby rotating. And so she was still in a posterior position. And so by me running up and down the stairs till my water broke before my body had worked all of that out, it didn't start things off in a good direction. Now, that was not all the reasons for my C-section, but it definitely was not a help. And so I'm really wanting to just be patient, because I do feel like she has started to rotate with some of my pre-labor and stuff like that. But I'm not sure that she's all the way there into that optimal birthing position. So I'm just wanting to wait. I really feel like my body can do this. My body can go into labor. It's just a matter of being patient and letting things progress the way they're supposed to. I'm feeling more emotionally ready. I mean, physically I feel like I had things pretty much in place, but there was a part of me that hadn't like fully accepted the end result of actually coming home with a newborn. I was just so busy that I hadn't like fully processed all of that. So I'm definitely feeling more emotionally ready. Yeah, there's that anticipation of like wanting her to go ahead and come. So I had a huge burst of energy over the weekend, and I cleaned the house from top to bottom. I mean, it's pretty spick and span. And then I actually ended up having, I thought I was going into labor because I ended up having some really good contractions. I do think that even though I did not end up going into labor, it did rotate her. I'm feeling kicks more over on the right side. So I think she's moving from that posterior position to the either the LOP or hopefully even maybe the LOA, which would be optimal birthing position. So yeah, that's pretty much all of that that's going on. As far as the doctor goes, I have a doctor's appointment tonight, and I'm really expecting the whole induction thing to come up. I know that he induced me with Samuel, and that was not just a snap decision that we made. We went home, we prayed about it, and we felt a peace with an induction with Samuel. At this point, we don't have a peace, and I don't know if it's because she hasn't rotated completely into the optimal birthing position, but we don't have a peace with the induction. The one thing I do worry about is I want to make sure that my pride isn't getting in the way, because I know, like, I feel like with my VBAC, there was a sense of feeling accomplished, you know, that my body could give birth, that I wasn't broken. So it was a very healing experience for me. So I just want to be careful that there's not that pride factor coming into play of, I also want to prove that I can actually go into labor. And part of me really does believe I can go into labor. I can, I need to be patient, and then I need a doctor that will be patient with me to allow a normal pregnancy to progress. There are some issues with that I didn't realize, and that's been a little discouraging, because the hospital I thought was the most VBAC friendly hospital and the best place to be in, there were some stipulations that I thought were just standard for every hospital, but with my doctor's practice being as big as it is, basically for him it's much more convenient to schedule my birth, because the hospital is going to require him to be there the entire time I'm in labor, which to me I feel like is ridiculous, and it's a little frustrating because I've already given birth once. This is a teaching hospital with tons of great doctors. Like, I would be fine with the on-call doctor delivering me if they would let me go into labor naturally, but they're saying no, my doctor has to commit to being there the entire time I'm in labor, and none of the other doctors are allowed to help me. And that makes it very difficult. It makes me feel guilty because I feel like then I'm being an inconvenience for my doctor. You know, at this point there's no medical reason for an induction. They're not saying the baby's too big or anything like that. It's just the whole convenience factor. And that's probably what the biggest reason why I'm not comfortable with an induction is. I'm not comfortable just inducing for convenience, but it makes me fearful because my doctor works at the other hospital, which I'm now finding out is more VBAC friendly after the fact, and would allow the on-call doctor to deliver me if my doctor couldn't be there, you know, so there would have been a backup and there would not be this issue whatsoever. But he is on call there this next week. And so there's that fear there that if I don't go into labor soon, or if I go into labor on the wrong day, I'm going to end up with an automatic C-section, which would be devastating, just to be honest. Especially if it's not for a good reason. Like, not for... I'm fine with a C-section to save my baby's life, but I don't really want an unnecessary surgery. So I've just been having to pray and pray and pray again and give it to God and just let it go. And I've just been reminded so many times that God knows this baby's birth date, and just to trust in that. So yeah, just to let you know, I'm still rolling, still going on, and just praying and trusting that somehow this whole mess is going to work out and it's going to be okay. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well too, and next time we talk, hopefully there'll be a baby. Okay, bye.